This building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. They love their football in this part of the country, and this crowd is ready to go as their guys will match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Time for a much-needed and much-welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, Week 1. And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. Haskins will throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
It's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. Oh, he's going to take a shot right. It's caught inside the 25.
Pass him it is.
Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Wentz's pass complete to
Jalen Reagor. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3-and-out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Oh, yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3-and-out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the first drive, 3-and-out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again. Haskins. That'll be caught over the middle by Moss. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
1st and 10.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a real...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he takes this one back into the end end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. So not a good start for this rookie quarterback, already trailing in this first half, and that's going to make things worse.
Well, back in my day, this was not unexpected out of rookie quarterbacks. That's why a lot of coaches didn't want to play them. But coming out of college now, they throw it all the time. This is a little bit unexpected, the way that he's playing here.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they just had that pick-6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field.
I like that because now it doesn't give him a chance to go to the bench and really, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Haskins. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner, Darius Slay. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run with Sanders. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 11-yard line.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. And that is caught. What a catch inside the 5. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
They got the interception, but very little movement after. That forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
At their own 17-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
2nd and a yard.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Haskins out of the gun. And yet again, Haskins is intercepted. 3rd time. Picked off around the 37. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Jalen Reagor was the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
And 13.
6 DBs on the field for Washington on 3rd down. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And that is is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this one is right down the middle. And the lead now increases to 20-0. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
Sims on the return. Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They'll run on 1st down. Gibson, a limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
The ball carrier.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On 2nd down now, it's Gibson. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Ball carrier.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
3rd and 1.
On 3rd and 1, it's Haskins. And some room to work. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already...
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Touchdown, Philadelphia! Boston Scott, 30 yards. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it is stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over him.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big, this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. Nickel Roby-Coleman up to make the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
The end of the first quarter with the score Eagles 27, Washington nothing.
First throw now for the backup Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Fuller there on the coverage.
Here comes Sanders on the toss right. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Ryan Kerrigan in on the
pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You foresee it.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. Shotgun now for Wentz. Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Wentz on target to Rager. First down, Eagles.
First down, Philadelphia.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. And let's check on the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. From the gun, it's Wentz. This will be caught inside the 10. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Philadelphia.
25 yards that time. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive linemen.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really created great space for the runner to get in.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And they're going to stop him short of the 20 with a penalty flag down. What's the call here? So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off around the 41. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
On for the point after.
So now 2 pick-sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
Well, number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. If you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head and walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
It across the 25 before being tackled. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
First play of the drive, excellent run. Just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
On first down, Allen. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in.
That's good.
13 yards there on a Washington first.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
They'll take over first down.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
That shit crazy. I ain't even gonna lie.
On first down, Sanders. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Sanders. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And this offense continues to pour it on.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And Sims says, let's bring it out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll layer this one out deep for Sims. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 38. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. You call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Brings up 4th down.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today.
A 27-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. The first half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this? Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Allen. And he'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Here's Tressway now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Here's Jackson to return. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
35-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. He'll start with a handoff to Sanders. And he'll get this one up to the 26. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
And 8 yards to go.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that will be incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The Eagles send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
On first down, it's Gibson. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Can he get in the end zone?
Well-executed 22-yard gain.
Man, precision passes off the back foot. You whining.
Now Haskins to throw it. Looking for McClellan.
CPU did that for you. Should have been quick.
Touchdown Washington.
Uh-oh, come back.
5-yard touchdown catch.
Come back.
Washington able to get a score back. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Hopkins with the extra point. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
At the 22-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Hurts. That's going to be caught by Richardson. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, McDonald. This is caught by Jackson. And they worked this well upfield across the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Down, Philadelphia.
They'll run on 1st down. Sanders. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory.
He's across midfield.
Tackle made by Thomas Davis.
It's a pick.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
A pass down the middle is fought for and hauled in. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. It's 21. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts, eluding the pressure right. Hurts fumbles it, and it's Washington that scoops it up.
Little block in the back.
And he's into the clear. 30, 10, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down.
There's no legal block in the back on them motherfuckers.
Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. So they get one score back, but still a long ways to go here in this 3rd quarter.
Jalen, I got you, baby.
Washington.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
I know I'm messing up.
Taken in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
First and 10 now, down inside the 20. Sanders a first down, still going. And all the way up to the 31-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
11 on the play.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. On first down, nothing, opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down.
Down at the 30.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He's going to let this go deep for Jim. He's got a man, complete. Past the 20.
The greatest show on earth, baby.
Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson scoring a touchdown against his former mates as his guys continue to pour it on.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Taken about 7 yards deep. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Throwing on first down is Allen. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Fletcher Cox able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
12 at the 8-yard line.
Second and 12. We are through three quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On second and 12, Allen, and his throw here's incomplete. Steven Sims, the intended receiver, but now it'll be third down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 21, and he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. There's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line. On first down, it's Sanders. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a second and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up second and 9 at the 13-yard line.
Hurts sets up to throw it. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Philadelphia.
Zach Ertz, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
Makes the score Eagles.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that will extend this big lead. And this carries into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And Washington able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. Extra point good by Hopkins as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They start on the ground here at Sanders. He's got a 1st down and more past the 30. And finally wrestled down at the 11.
Sanders.
A big play there for Philly. 71 yards.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Washington.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Will take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1 play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right? And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at about the 31. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Folks, remember this. His first NFL game, a rookie getting playing time here in week 1, and he comes through with a giant play there, an interception return for, obviously, his first NFL touchdown.
Do you think he dreamed that last night at all? No chance. Not one whatsoever, but he got it done.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking for Antonio Gandy Golden that time, but it'll be 2nd down. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Antonio Gibson, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Allen. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And across midfield down to the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Allen to throw once more. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
That one caught by Gibson. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
4th down.
Oh, how did I
The man
miss?
is Sims. He's got it. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. throwing now. Haskins on first down. And he's got it. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. The end result, 21 yards. Haskins going to throw again.
And he's going to do that dumb shit.
At the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick-6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. Might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick-6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. They're throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And finally out of bounds all the way down. A big play there on the catch and run. 73 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Now it's Haskins to the goal line, but it's incomplete. He's trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they do. Those pulled pork, bacon. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
21-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the 4th quarter. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
Tackle made at the 24-yard line.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over this entry mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
36-yard line.
Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Throwing is Hurts. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Today's final.
So one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play